Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to show you is how to use titanium dioxide to get a nice white color in your concrete. So I'm going to show you what you need in order to do that and a couple different ways you can do that with the titanium dioxide. Now, if you are new to my channel, my name is Kayla. I make videos all about concrete and candles. So if you're a business owner or a fellow crafter like me, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I post in the future. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I am very excited to show you how this turns out.
Alright, so these are the supplies that you're going to need. You're going to want titanium dioxide. This is what it looks like. I got mine off Amazon. I'll put the link in the description box below. And then you're going to want a spoon or something to get the dioxide out of the bag. And you're going to want concrete. I use cement all for my projects and it works great. And then you're going to want molds. I got mine off Amazon, and again I'll put the link below. Now you're going to want water. I use just regular bottled water versus tap water. Now I'm going to be using two different molds. I'm going to be doing two different techniques, and we'll talk about that in a minute. You're going to want a stirring stick, and of course, any type of gloves. I've been using these gloves and they've been working great. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So we are going to do two different techniques. So the first technique, I'm going to be adding the powder, the titanium dioxide powder, straight to the concrete. And then the second technique, I am going to be adding a little bit of water to the titanium dioxide first, and then adding it to the concrete. So first, let's go ahead and do the powder. So I'm going to add water to the concrete at a 4:1 ratio, and just keep adding and stirring so you get a pancake-like batter consistency. So as you can see on the side there, there's a little hole just from stirring. It's really easy to fix that. Just grab another cup and slide it right in. Alright, so we're to a really good consistency, so I'm going to go ahead and add the titanium dioxide. So again, this one we are going to do just the powder, and I'm going to add just 1 tablespoon. And then we're going to go ahead and stir this into the concrete and see how much it lightens up. So that is lightening up very well. So I'm just going to stick with 1 tablespoon. So now we're going to go ahead and pour it into the mold. When you pour, I pour a little bit at a time and then tap the sides. This allows the concrete to go to the bottom of the mold, and then as you tap and pour, it'll release the air bubbles. So, when you demold some of your concrete containers and you'll see little holes, this will prevent that. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do the second way of adding the titanium dioxide. I'm going to add a little bit of titanium dioxide to a cup and then a little bit of water prior to pouring it into the concrete. So again, I'm just doing 1 spoon so we can compare the two colors. And then I'm still doing about a 4:1 ratio because I'm not adding too much water into the titanium dioxide before I pour. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just add a tiny bit of water. As you can see, it's getting a little bit creamy. It's kind of like a paste. And I'm going to go ahead and mix this in the same way. It's pretty good consistency. Looks about the same color to me as the other one. I'm going to go ahead and pour this, and again tap as I pour. And then we're gonna let these set for a minimum of 3 hours before we demold these. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and demold this. So there is a trick to the cylinder molds. If you bought these off Amazon, they can be a little hard to demold at first. So you're going to pull the tops back before you do anything, and then you're just gonna roll the sides down. My hands are a little sweaty due to the Arizona heat, but it does work. So if you just roll the sides down to the lip at the bottom, once you get to the lip at the bottom, just pull the mold over that lip all the way around, and then you can pull it off. After you use the mold a few times, this will get easier. So this was the liquid one that we did, and as you can see, it is a lot lighter than the normal natural concrete color that I get. All right, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the second one. So again, just roll down the sides, pull over the lip, and then pull off and twist. Now this one was the powder. So as you can see, they're very similar to each other in color. So I would say the powder was easier for me. I would prefer to do the powder way versus adding a little bit of water at first. But as you can see, they are very similar, so you can use either technique. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and sand the bottoms. So I use a 60 grit or a 120 grit. This is a 120 that wasn't too bad on the bottoms, so I just needed this one. Now, after you sand, you can seal if you would like. I do 2 coats of polyacrylic on the inside. So whatever sealer you decide to use, that is your preference.
All right, so that was my video on how to use the titanium dioxide to dye your concrete white. Now, I've used white acrylic paint in the past. Me personally, when I've used it, it's really hard to stir. The concrete really soaks up the white color of the acrylic paint. So I have used all other colors with acrylic paint and those seem to work fine. I really like this titanium dioxide because I don't have to use that white acrylic paint. And as far as the 2 techniques I used, I really liked the powder as it was a little bit easier for me to already just have the water in the concrete and then just add the powder. I would probably add a little bit more next time. So I'd probably do 2 scoops versus 1. It still came out really great. I love the color that it came out to. It's a really nice light color. So I feel like if you did 2 tablespoons of the titanium dioxide, it would come out even whiter. So I love how they turned out, and I will be also trying Direct Colors white concrete pigment in the future. So I will be posting a video about that, so keep an eye out. Now, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It lets me know that this kind of content all of you like and want to see more of. Now, if you have any questions, please post them in the comment box below. I will get back to you. And thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.